What is going on, everybody? It is Everything Fantasy Football. I'm here with my first ever video on YouTube. I'm going to be hopping right into a best ball draft. We are on Underdog Fantasy Football. If any of you are not familiar, Underdog Fantasy Football is a little different than your regular fantasy football league, so you'll get to kind of learn a little bit about, what we're getting into here. So this is a tournament. These tournaments can range from, $3 to enter to $250 to enter, or actually all the way up to the big dog, which is $500 to enter. We got right into a draft, so our draft will be starting in 56 seconds. Sometimes there you would have had to wait maybe a couple minutes for the draft to fill up. With 50 seconds left, I can give you guys a quick look at this particular tournament. I'll go back to the homepage, or the draft page. So right here, you're looking at a bunch of different NFL tournaments, and that is for this upcoming 2025 NFL season, right? And today's June 18th, so we're about a month and a half away from the season beginning, right? So the one we just entered is called the SCHNAUZER. So it's $3 to enter, and it's already 63% filled. So once this one fills, it'll go away. You won't be able to join it anymore. You get 20 max entries, so you can do up to 20. And the first place gets 100K, second place gets 50K, all the way down to coming in 310th place, you'll still make $100. Or if you come in 31,000th place, you at least get your $3 back, okay? So it's regular fantasy football, except there's no time commitment during the NFL season, okay? I always try to say, you sit back, you draft, and you just watch your team throughout the year. You don't have to set a lineup. Automatically, your best lineup will be set. So you can see we're on the clock already. With this, I'm tempted to go with Saquon Barkley just because I don't know how many Schnauzer 2 teams I have of Saquon. I know he's been slightly falling past his ADP of 2, 3, 4, but if I was going to do anything, I would have taken Jahmyr Gibbs. The reason being, Justin Jefferson's obviously, in my opinion, the most explosive wide receiver in the NFL, probably the best overall wide receiver in the NFL. But now he's got the new QB, J.J. McCarthy. He looks great in training camp, but it's still unproven. So with that first pick in the first 5, 6, I really like to take, maybe Jahmyr Gibbs, but I'm going to take Barkley because we did get the 2 spot. So you don't always get the first or second. And if you don't know, every single draft, it's randomized, right? So one draft, you might get the first pick. One draft, you might get the 8th pick. It's totally set by Underdog. So these are a ton of fun. You can draft hundreds of teams, right? So if you are interested, feel free to hit subscribe. Feel free to watch the other videos that are up on my page. You can make 2,000 teams if you want, right? You draft and you watch them perform throughout the season. Each tournament is different, like they'll have different little variations in the rules. For instance, this one, every week you're putting forth 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end, and 10 off the bench. It shows you a little bit about it here. But if you're interested in any of or have any questions, you can go right to all rules here, and it'll explain everything about it, right? I will just to show you, but so it'll break down every single little particular part of the advancement. In the first round, you're against the other people that are in your draft for the first round on the Schnauzer here. So feel free to go read up on these, get involved if you haven't done any drafts yet this year. So we're 11 away. I'll give you guys a look at the board. All right. So I already took Barkley. So now I'm going to be really trying to maybe hit a home run on one of these wide receivers. I really like Ladd McConkey. Right here it says ADP. That's the average draft pick that this particular player is typically going around, right? So if you get to your pick and you're on pick 18 here, but somebody's ADP is 10 and they're still available, that means he fell to you. So you might want to, grab him there. That's the underdog rankings that, they're comparing to there. So you can see in this first round, pretty much nothing has gone out of its regular draft pick, nothing early or late. Genty at 14 there is actually a little late because people had, grabbed a couple other talents, but Achan's gone, London's gone. Definitely like A.J. Brown, definitely like Bowers, definitely like McConkey. Feel like there's a little bit of a drop after those 3, though. have a little bit of a decision to be made here. I really like McConkey, but that doesn't mean I really care for him to fall to me. And as you see, A.J. Brown, Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey all went. So now we're in a little bit different of a tier. But I have 2 picks coming. But even if I love McConkey, I want to draft a ton of different teams, right? You want to have some variations and, have chances to win no matter who does well in the upcoming season. Haven't drafted a ton of Bucky Irving, so, if he got to me, okay, he's gone. I'm up next. I like Rashee Rice and I like T. Higgins, so I could potentially try to come away with both of them. Who does he have so far? He has Chase. So I probably will take, I like T. Higgins and Marvin Harrison here too, or I like Rashee Rice and Marvin Harrison. I'll start with Rashee Rice and hope that he doesn't even want T. Higgins, but maybe he does, obviously, because he can pair him with Chase. But he might say, I want to go to a different team. But it is good to get multiple guys from the same team. Obviously, you'll see me do that a lot. But if Higgins gets back, I'd be intrigued with Barkley, Rice, and T. Higgins. Wow, so T. Higgins gets back to me. I'll take him. I think it's just unique. I've been drafting a lot of Marvin Harrison. It almost makes me want to take him here. But I'm going to take T. Higgins. I think the Jamar Chase team messed up a little bit by not taking Team Higgins. So Saquon Barkley, Rashee Rice, T. Higgins to start. Now we'll look to get some pairings, get some other Eagles players like maybe Devontae Smith to add to him, maybe Jalen Hurts if he were to make it back to me, or Joe Burrow is great for this team, or even a later on Patrick Mahomes. So definitely, so 19 away. You can assume most of this talent here will be gone. We'll be moving into the Devontae Smith range, like I said. Omari and Hampton's fun. Cortland Sutton should be great this year, and then Jalen Hurts is right there. So that'll be my line of looks there. I also see Joe Burrow just a little underneath. Oh no, that was Joe Mixon. So Joe Burrow would be a little bit of a stretch for the upcoming round, but we will see. We're 16 away here. I'll give you a look at the board. All right. I love this start. It's really easy when you have the 1, 2, or 3 pick to really start strong. Like this guy went Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. Obviously, if Kyler Murray has a bad season, then he just lit his $3 on fire. But if he has a strong season, this team can be really good, really strong. So that's why it's good to take 2 Cardinals guys. It's good to take 2 Bengals players, but you can worry about that in the next 15 rounds. Like I said, it's an 18-round tournament, or 18-round teams. So this guy's got 2 wide receivers already. See if he stays strong or if he maybe grabs his first back. Who could he grab? Kyron Williams, Lamar Jackson. I'm not in love with Tet. Tet McMillan's a rookie for the Carolina Panthers. He's an absolute stud of a prospect profile. Yep, he did take him. I just don't like Bryce Young. That's the problem. I'm not excited about a rookie wide receiver for the Panthers. So I'd much rather just grab some sure things here like Lamb Jack, Xavier Worthy, DJ Moore, Jaden Daniels, James Cook, Jameson Williams. I've been drafting a lot of Jameson Williams. I'm a big Lions fan, so of course I think he's going to have a great season. But 8 picks away, I have to consider 1, 2, 3. Jameson Williams, if he could get to me, would be very exciting for this team. I think he's going to have a lot of spike weeks, but I also think overall he's just going to have a strong season. The teams drafting ahead of me are in need of wide receiver, though, so maybe not this guy, but okay, he went DK Metcalf. I assumed he would grab a wide receiver. James Cook, nice. This guy doesn't need one either. Lamb Jack's still on the board, so I know. Okay, so he took Lamb Jack. I'm okay not going Lamb Jack because he does. Oh, Jameson Williams went. That's fine. 2 away here. I'd probably be looking Cortland Sutton or Jalen Hurts. Go Barkley, Hurts, Rice, Higgins. That's a squad. Yeah, I'll probably go. Yeah. What do I do here, guys? I'm going to go Jalen Hurts because Joe Burrow won't make it back. I'll go Hurts Barkley because I don't have a ton of Hurts Barkley teams. So now I have one with Rice and Higgins. I love that start. This is one of my stronger starts. But like I said, the first pick, second pick, third pick, you have it a little easier in my opinion. Some people will tell you they like the 11th or 12th pick. I do not. So that's just maybe my opinion based on this year and the talent this season. But Now we're up next. I knew Omari and Hampton or Sutton would make it back. I'd probably be looking at either one of those guys. So Hampton goes. So I'll go, I think Sutton is the strongest guy left. He had his first 1,000-yard season last year. Let's go Sutton in his contract year. I love that pick, and I love this team. I've done a handful of these live, and this is one of my stronger starts. So we go Saquon Barkley, Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, Jalen Hurts, and Courtland Sutton. Now all we need is a masterclass wide running back number 2. So I just need to, in about 18 picks, and I will have 2, grab a couple backup running backs that are serviceable. So 17 away, all this will be gone. Maybe Travion Henderson will get back. Maybe James Conner will get back. And then it'll be kind of like Montgomery. I'm a Lions fan. I'm happy with Montgomery. But Caleb Johnson I like a lot this season. It's going to need running backs. I'll take DeAndre Swift too. As you know, as a Lions fan, the Bears took our offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, from us. So now I think the Bears are set to have a really good year. Oh, sorry about my dog barking. Oh, he's looking right at me too. He's like, what you doing? All right, so we're about, it'll say right here. So we're about 11 away. Great start. Definitely need a running back. A couple running backs went here. I don't really love Kenneth Walker or any of these guys, honestly. I don't like Walker. I don't like Chubb. I don't like R.J. Harvey. I do draft them. R.J. Harvey behind a really, really strong Broncos offensive line. I'm happy with it, but now they got J.K. Dobbins. So this guy took another wide receiver. I will need to grab some more strong wide receivers, but I'm happy with the values I can get later. 9 picks away. Jacoby Myers is it's fun, but I don't need him right now. 7 away. It's got to be all running backs on this way back, I think. Maybe at least one more here. And then Caleb Johnson could get back to me for the pick. Oh, no, he couldn't. Yeah, so we're gonna have to focus on the running backs right now. There's a ton of wide receivers that fall a little later. So look, this team with not a singles Bengals player ends up with Joe Burrow compared to me with Higgins or him with Chase or him with Chase Brown. So it's interesting how that happens. This guy was probably really hoping for Burrow to get back to him. 3 away. Judy goes, Olave goes. 2 guys I'm not needing. Joe Burrow I didn't need. Travion Henderson's slipping a little. That'd be awesome. Oh, he fell. So now, or he went. So now I'm probably going to go Caleb Johnson with my second pick. Maybe DeAndre Swift too. I almost like that over Montgomery. Because I think Jahmyr Gibbs, like I said, I love the Lions. Oh, he went Swift. So then I'll go Montgomery and hope he doesn't take Caleb Johnson. Because even though you only need 2 running backs each week, you also need a flex every week. So I'm happy to just have 3 real workhorse guys. David Montgomery's not necessarily a workhorse guy because, like I said, because of Gibbs. But some would maybe argue I could take Judkins. I'm worried about the Browns. Also, if you saw the news tonight, Shadur Sanders got arrested for going 101 miles per hour. So definitely not in love with just anything going on with the Browns. I'll take Caleb Johnson like I thought. And I'm happy with it. So I have some rookie upside in Caleb Johnson. I have a real true core vet in David Montgomery for my Lions. Courtland Sutton, a clear wide receiver 1 for the Broncos. Jalen Hurts, who has averaged more than 20 fantasy points per game every single game since he has been in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles, who won the Super Bowl this most recent season. T. Higgins, star wide receiver. Rashee Rice, who was absolutely explosive before he went down last year. And then, of course, Saquon Barkley for the Super Bowl Eagles as well. So this team is great. Obviously, a lot of things can change. I still have a ton of picks left. I have to, solidify it, get some guys on the same teams here now, but feeling good about the start. So now I'll think wide receiver, have to get really deep at that position. Also some quality tight ends. Now that I have Sutton, I really like Evan Ingram. I think he's going to be great. I like that, he had 143 targets a couple years ago, he did have 114 completions, so now he joins the Broncos. I have Sutton, who's clearly their wide receiver 1, so I could reach on a guy like Evan Ingram. What's his ADP? Yeah, sorry guys. His ADP is 107, so I don't have to grab him here. He might get back to me with 119. I don't know about that. That's why the 1, 2, and 3 pick can be a little tough, but same thing with having like 11 or 12. I'll give you guys a look at the board. I like Mooney, who just went off. I've been drafting a ton of Mooney. Like I said, if you're new to this, feel free to go download Underdog Fantasy. Come join some of these drafts with me. Have a lot of fun with these. You can draft 300 teams if you want, and yeah, they're very interesting tournaments, how they're set up, and some of them you need 2 QBs, so it's super flex. So there's a bunch of different dynamics. 7 away here. Emeka Egbuka, I've been drafting a lot of. I like him. Could almost go Bo Nix as a backup QB option to my Cortland Sutton, just because I think Bo Nix will have a good handful of spike weeks this year, and just an overall solid season. God forbid if Hurts has a down year. If not, we'll have to see what gets back to me. I'm 5 away. I really like Emeka Egbuka. Just grab a 4th strong wide receiver. He's a rookie for the Buccaneers. So I feel like he has a lot of upside. 3 away. These guys do need QB. Somebody here could take Baker. I like to take Baker a lot this year, like not waste my pick here and grab somebody like Baker later. Okay, Emeka Egbuka goes, then Baker goes, no problem. I like Michael Pittman. That's probably the strongest guy left. If not, it's... I'm going to go with Bo Nix first and hope Michael Pittman gets back to me. He already has 4 wide receivers and he needs a QB. I'll just take a really strong QB2 and a second pairing here for my Denver Broncos Cortland Sutton run. Yeah, see, I knew he was looking for QB, so now he takes Justin Fields. I haven't drafted much Bo Nix, but when I have Cortland Sutton, I like to have him. In these drafts, you have to obviously have 2 QBs. Yeah, he went Brock Purdy too. I knew that Nix had a chance of leaving, so now I'll go Michael Pittman, who I think has a lot of opportunity. A couple seasons back, he was like a fantasy king. So if he can get back to his regular self, I'm happy with him here. Yeah, feeling great. I sometimes like to worry about QB2 much later, get more talent here. But when Bo Nix right there and having Cortland Sutton, and I knew he was going to go QBs, I felt good about that pick. Let's see. So 4 wide receivers, 3 running backs, 2 QBs. So now it's tight ends and some more wide receivers and seeing what else I can do to solidify this lineup. I love Keon Coleman. Okay, he just went. I knew he would. I'm 17 picks away, but I love Keon Coleman. I love Higgins. I love Harris. Evan Ingram, obviously. Evan Ingram would be my favorite pick if he gets back to me. Could consider Jonnu Smith down here just as a strong tight end 1. Strong lineup, though. Let's see. This guy's loaded up on wide receivers now. He's got 3, 4, 7. I do that a lot too. It's the hardest position to consistently be, to consistently dominate, honestly. Evan Ingram went 2. Jaden Higgins went. So, and that is totally normal. I didn't expect them to, fall 8 to 10 picks, below ADP. Now, Rashad Bateman, Jonnu Smith. Okay, Rashad Bateman goes. Three picks away. Najee Harris goes. That's okay. I like Jonnu Smith. I just think he's a really strong tight end. I don't have a tight end. He already has a tight end. Who's he got? He's already got Trey McBride. You don't need Jonnu Smith here. Nice. Jonnu Smith goes to me. I'm happy with him. I just think he's going to be strong. I think the Dolphins will be a little bit back to form. Could go Marvin Mims to pair with Courtland Sutton, and then I could also look at Pat Bryant, the rookie for the Broncos later. That's probably what I'll do here. Kyle Williams is fun, but maybe just not for this team. Hopefully he doesn't take Marvin Mims. Yes, he didn't. Awesome. I love pairing Marvin Mims with Courtland Sutton. Feel good about that there. Nice. This is a strong team. Obviously, you know, you never know what's going to happen when the season comes, so I have to keep covering my ground and keep making different teams, but this is interesting. I like Bo Nix as a good, solid backup. Like, no matter what, every week, this team should be able to put forth a reasonable quarterback score. Running back should be the same. I need Caleb Johnson to play a little bit of football this year. Wide receiver, I'm covered, but not great. And then tight end, I'm strong. Jonnu Smith is a stronger option this year, in my opinion. And I have 2 picks to come. So, like, obviously, if Loveland got back or Njoku got back, I'd be looking at both of them. Hollywood Brown, maybe just to cover him because I went with Rashee Rice, but not in love with Hollywood Brown this year. Go Dare later on. I like Tucker Kraft just because he's a strong tight end, but we're 11 away. Give you guys a look. We are getting there, though, guys. I'll give you a quick look at something else here. If I go to drafts, go to NFL, I can go to Best Ball Mania, right? So this one's $25 to enter. You can do a max of 150 entries. First place gets $2 million. Second place gets $1 million. Third place gets $505,000. Fourth place gets $400,000. All the way to 15th place gets $100,000. 100th place gets $10,000. And 112,112th place, you at least get your $25 back. So there are some huge tournaments you can enter in here. It's not just the one I'm doing now. If you're not on Underdog, I definitely recommend it. It's been a lot of fun. You know, I've drafted well over 150 teams already this season, so I definitely recommend getting involved. We are 4 away. I like Njoku. Hollywood Brown's okay. Is he healthy? Returning? Yeah, he did nothing last year. Yeah, seriously, 91 yards. Only like 1 game. Maybe that was 2 games, actually. Maybe take him. I mean, if he's healthy now, pair him with Rashee Rice, gives me a 6 wide receiver. I probably will take him. I probably will go Tucker Kraft first because I don't think... I'll go Hollywood Brown. I like him with Rice this year. I haven't really been drafting Hollywood Brown at all. But to pair with Rice, now it's just like hope that Xavier Worthy doesn't, you know, kill me every week. 2-way, though, I do like Kraft. It's unlikely he won't take Kraft with one of his 2 picks, in my opinion. So then I would be looking like Quentin Johnson, Xavier Legette. Yeah, he took Tucker Kraft. That's okay. Go Dare's fun in a Hurts, Barkley, Go Dare opportunity. I mean, I just don't love Go Dare. I haven't drafted much of him, though. It might be good to cover him. Here, I'm going to go Xavier Legette. I like Xavier Legette, and I think this team's a little light on wide receiver. Absolutely could have gone Godere there, but I'm just not excited about him. I like a lot of the tight ends that I can get at a later value. This team isn't really strong at wide receiver. Like these three guys, haven't been drafting a lot of them, but they mix for like one solid season, in my opinion, maybe. Michael Pittman, maybe throw him into that mix. And then I have three strong / elite level talents. Strong at running back, but I will look to grab a fourth one in these year-long competitions. You definitely need at least 4, just in case. Sometimes I don't draft 4 though, because it's like, what is like a Tyler Algier going to add to really enhance this lineup? Bye weeks and like a light injury. I like Jalen McMillan down here. I would consider Roschon Johnson. I think he's going to be like a touchdown machine this year, like some goal line touchdown work. Now that they have Ben Johnson as their OC, like I said, I probably would look at Jalen McMillan and Roschon Johnson and then Pat Bryant. So those will be my 3 players of interest, should I say. Oops. So 3 guys that I like a lot and 9 picks away. So have to hope that we see some other names start to go off the board. Cedric Tillman goes. That's good for us. We're only 5 picks away from the end of this draft. If you did enjoy the video, if you're still watching, thank you. Feel free to go watch my other videos. It really does help a lot. At least, feel free to give it a like, a comment, anything you want, but at least check them out. I do appreciate that. I pretty much only do best ball drafts here, so you'll get to see other opportunities, different drafts, different pick positions, different spots. Here, like I said, 3 away. Roschon Johnson goes. I was just going to say that Roschon Johnson's like my most excited guy left, but I still have 2 I like, and I'm 3 away. So I like either of these guys. I just have to hope somebody falls. I could worry about like tight end 2 being Hunter Henry. I probably will throw him into my look. Braylon Allen is fun enough. I think Hunter Henry will have a good year again. Drake May only got better. He didn't have a great year, Hunter Henry. McMillan goes too. So now, I like Dowdle too. No matter what to start, I'm going to go Hunter Henry. So I'll take Hunter Henry first, get a second pretty solid tight end. Sometimes I worry people online are drafting teams and they're blowing it up at tight end. Like if you don't have 2 or 3 that are definitely solid, your whole team it's dead pretty much. You can't put up nothing with your tight end every week. I almost am tempted to go Rico Dowdle here. I have Xavier Legette. I think those will be 2 of the big pieces of Carolina. I potentially think Chuba Hubbard could either get hurt again or he just won't be that consistent. So I'll go Dowdle. That gives me a 4th relevant opportunity at running back. Keaton Mitchell goes here. What's Keaton Mitchell's ADP at this point? Keaton Mitchell's ADP is 208, and he just went out to 172 or 171. This guy must know something. I don't know. I don't know what he sees there. 15 away. The team is looking absolutely amazing. I will grab more tight ends. There's definitely tight ends like Gesicki and Mason Taylor. I like all 3 of those guys. Those will probably be like my first priority comes my next pick. I don't like to end teams with only 2 tight ends. I really don't like to even end them with only 2 QBs either, but for this particular team, I'm happy with it. Rodgers, maybe. That would be it. If it's not Rodgers, I'm rocking with my 2 guys. I think Hurts is one of those like ultra consistent QBs. So like my Hurts teams particularly, I won't draft a 3rd QB. So then I'll go pick up a 3rd or 4th tight end. I'd rather have the blanket there. I think everybody's going to have a team with good running backs. Everybody's going to have a team with good wide receivers, but you have to be strong at tight end and you have to be strong at QB. We are 9 away. I'll give you a look at the board. Cade Otton would be great to come back to me here. Cade Otton had saved me a couple weeks last season. Tight end goes down, pick him up for free, and then, he went off for a few weeks. Only 3 more picks remain. Obviously, we're pretty amped here. You can tell we're at the NFL draft with the background and everything going on. But, you know, this team is good. You know, I've done 150. This probably falls in like maybe my top 10 percentile. Just in terms of guys falling that I needed. You know, I really like the start. I like these 5. Like, they're all, like, that's running back 1 opportunity, wide receiver 1, maybe, T. Higgins, maybe. But, like, Jalen Hurts, QB 1 opportunity, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver 1, definitely for his team, just like Higgins and Rice. So, it's strong. I'm 2 away, or 3 away. I need Otten to stay. He goes. That's okay. As long as Mason Taylor stays, he only has 1 tight end, but I don't think he'll take him. Already impressing. Rookie, new Justin Fields at QB. I'm happy to make you my 3rd tight end on this team. 2 picks left. 4 running backs is pretty strong. I'd probably be looking more like wide receiver here. Diami Brown maybe. Dalton Schultz maybe. Andre Voshivash. Yeah, I'll take Voshivash for sure. I'll pair Andre Voshivash with T. Higgins. So now I have 2 of their top 3 wide receivers. I'll give you a quick look. Sometimes I like to show people. I have pinned here the depth charts to every single team in the league. So if, God forbid, you just forget, you can go pull it up. So like the Bengals, Joe Burrow at QB, Chase Brown at running back, wide receiver 1, Jamar Chase, wide receiver 2, T. Higgins, who I drafted in this draft. Now, wide receiver 3 is Andre Voshivash. Some of you maybe have never even heard of him. I have heard of him because I remember last season he actually had a 3-touchdown game, like out of nowhere. So I've always had him on my radar. But when I have T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, I definitely like to grab Voshivash. He's my 8th wide receiver. Now I'm 2, 4, 8, 3 as far as positions. I have 1 pick left. I'll kind of have to see who gets back to me. This is a pretty well-balanced team, so I can't just like put a bunch of guys in the queue and hope for the best. Could even consider like a crazy like Jackson Dart, you know, like maybe he puts up QB numbers this year. I really would rather just have a 4th tight end though. One of these 4 tight ends should do something this year. That's what I will do. That's kind of my bread and butter. If I'm not in love with a QB, I like to go 4 tight ends, maybe even a 5th tight end if I have to. So here I'll honestly get to queuing some. What do I have? So I'm running with the Eagles, and then I also have some Chiefs. So I'll take Noah Gray for sure at first. Then I like rookie Terrence Ferguson. Yeah, I like rookie Terrence Ferguson. Oh, wait, no, is he? Yeah, rookie. Arroyo's rookie. And then I'll go Conklin. Cino should be better than he was last season. Yeah. All right. So, we're 9 away. No matter. Oh, Terrence Ferguson goes. So, it can't be that sure at tight end. I really like Noah Gray here. Add Noah Gray, who already had a solid season, to Rachi Rice, Hollywood Brown. You know, I'm taking up a good bit of that Chiefs roster. And in a team that isn't so heavy or strong at running back, hopefully Gray gets to me. He should have no problem getting to me. He's already got 2 tight ends. He's got 2. He's got 5. Yeah, man. I don't blame you. What, does he have 6 now? Oh, wait. This guy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Wow. That's crazy. I understand that angle. I really do. I get it. I've had quite a few teams like this. But here we go, guys. I'll take Noah Gray to solidify my last pick of this draft. I'll give you one more look at the team. Here, I'll wait to actually make the pick. He's taking a while. Oh, he's on auto. All right. Sweet. I got Noah Gray. I think he's fun. So I'll give you guys a quick look. We started with our QBs, Jalen Hurts and Bo Nix. Then we went with Saquon Barkley, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, Rico Dowdle at running back. Then for wide receiver, we got Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, Michael Pittman Jr., Marvin Mims, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Legette, and Voshivash. And then at tight end, we still walked away with 4 opportunities. Jonnu Smith for the Miami Dolphins, Hunter Henry for the New England Patriots, Mason Taylor for the New York Jets, and then Noah Gray for the Kansas City Chiefs. I really do appreciate everybody for watching. This is my first ever upload, so feel free to send it around, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you did dig the video, feel free to go check out some of my other ones. Peace.